Hi folks, RC Trail Runners again. We're going to do an unboxing of the Dromida SC 4.18. Actually, I hate unboxings, so let's just throw everything off to the side. Bring you guys a little bit closer. Take off my custom body. Put on the body that came with her. And then there we go. You can frame right there. And then, yep, that's the... So in the box, you get your Dromida SC 4.18. You get your 2.4 gigahertz controller. Basic controls, as you can tell. You got your steering trim, throttle trim. And then you also get the battery and the battery charger. I have not used this charger. I believe it takes 4 hours to charge. I don't use it because I have my larger charger. But let's go into her, tell you what my first impressions of it, and what I think we can change. So, first off, you take off your lid. Very simple design. I've heard some people say it's a knockoff of an Exceed RC. If it is, it is. It isn't, I don't care. I already bought it. It's in my possession. So the first thing you're going to notice is basically the setup of the chassis. You have a very common style battery tray right here. Pull this off. When it comes with a 7.2 1300 milliamp nickel metal hydride battery, and you cannot upgrade to a LiPo battery with this ESC. And we're also going to talk about the ESC too. On this side, you have your, I believe that's a micro servo that you have in there. Can you guys see that? Let's get some better lighting. Micro servo in there that you can see. You have your 380 size motor, and that aluminum is on there for a specific part. I'll tell you in a second. So, I'm trying to make an aluminum heat shield for this because when you get out of the box, just with the stock battery, the motor decides to heat up significantly, and the rule is you're supposed to be able to put your fingers on it for 2 to 3 seconds and it not burn you. Well, this one gets too hot. You can change the pinion size, but then you lose speed, and on a smaller car like this, speed is you need it because it doesn't have a lot of it. It's not a slow car at all, but when I say that, the more speed you have with these cars, the better, because you can't fit a larger can motor in here. The things I like about it, basically how it handles. It is very well-handled car. You know exactly what it's going to do when you're going around a turn. There's no, in my opinion, I don't find any over or understeer. And it's a really simple setup car, good for beginners. I obviously have had a few cars, and I still find enjoyment in here. There's enough things that you can customize and put on here, like this body I made for it, that it still gives you a lot of fun. Now, that's the things I really like. Also, I like all of our plastics are bendable, but like your A-arms, they're not really bendable, but they have enough flex, so if you do end up going, you smack something, they're not going to shatter. So I do like that. I know some pieces are really brittle on like other cars, but this car is not. Now the things I don't like. First off is the motor heating up too much. And I don't know if this was a design flaw or they just wanted to get as much speed out of as they could. But it heats up too much, and I made a mock-up heatsink right here. It's not that good, just some aluminum foil. It does work. I am surprised by that. That's it right there. I am down the road going to make a aluminum heatsink for it. I have a few pieces of aluminum. I have a thick piece right here for my custom slash. I will do a video on that. But that's the first problem. The second problem is the ESC and receiver is all one unit. So if you do decide to go brushless and spend the money, you basically have to buy their kit for the best deal. Because once you get rid of your, let's just say you want to get rid of your ESC and buy a new one. Well, once you get rid of your ESC, your controller goes too. because this is all soldered together in one exact unit, and it's not the plug-and-play system with the ESC and the receiver and the servo. So you can't unplug them and buy a new receiver. No. I really don't like that, but at the moment I'm not gonna be upgrading the system because I do like the speed out of it, and I have one of my neighbor's grandsons. I don't know how old he is. I let him drive this car all the time. He likes it, and I can turn up and down the throttle right from the controller. If you can see in there, you can see throttle dual rate. I can turn that down to 3 or 4 for him, and it's good enough for him. Now, the one problem that it's not a big issue because I'm not wanting to upgrade the tires at this moment, but if we undo this hex here, it does not come with a T-wrench, a cross wrench, so I've had a bunch of builds that I use it, but if you do not have it, you want to go pick up yourself a 5.5 socket. Usually small hardware stores will have that, and larger ones like Lowe's and Home Depot, but support the small businesses. That's what I always like to do. So the thing that I do not like in here, if I can get the right lighting, give me 1 second so I can see you guys, is the hex. The hex is not on a pin at all. The hex in the hub on the inside, which you most likely are not going to be able to see, because it's dark in there, it's way back in there. Those are all one unit. Now that isn't a bad thing, but if I want to upgrade to 12mm hubs on a normal car, all I would have to do is put the 12mm hex in there, throw in a tire, and then I'm ready to go. But that is not the case for this one. So that is one minor problem that I have with it. Not that big of a deal. Again, the tires last fairly long. I've probably put about 10 or so battery packs through here. I really can't tell any wear on the tires. The last thing I have to nitpick about this would be the battery. It's when you put it in there at first, I put some duct tape on the bottom here. As you can see right there, put some duct tape, because before, when you put this in this piece, and once you put the pins on it, it used to rattle up and down and everywhere, like there was too much room. So now that I have that secured down, and put that in there if I can I? Come on. Push it down a little bit, put that side in there, and then go to this side, and push her in. And that's exactly how batter goes in. Before, you have a lot of slop. Now you still have some back and forth slop. I'm going to put a piece of small, probably a 1/4 inch foam or something in there, just to hold up that slop, because there is quite a bit of space. But besides that, that is really all I have to say about the Dromida SC 4.18. It is a great vehicle. There are upgrade parts out there, a little pricey, but at the moment I haven't had any problem with stock ones. So if you did like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you think about this car in the comment section, or if you own one, or if you own an Exceed that you think's closest. I want to hear what you got to say about it. Maybe any problems you had, fixes for the heating up motor. Just tell me what you think about it. I'll see you later.